I'm gonna have to pay like $200 for speaking to not even a doctor, but like some damn receptionist about my weird balls. Yeah, that pause was on purpose, because it is my one ball that's weird, but sometimes it's the other one. This sucks so much, dude. This has been ongoing since like October, and usually when I have like a problem with my body, I just kind of figure like, I have faith in my body, I'm gonna let it kind of heal itself out, you know? And it always does. It always does. Like whenever I have something going on with me, I think, is this something I'll still be thinking about in a year from now, 5 years from now? Like seriously, like think about it. 5 years from now, will I still be thinking about this? And yeah, not even a year later, it's not something I think about. Like all the shite that I've said that to, I cannot remember. But this, it's been since October, okay? October, September, November, December, January, February, March. Boy, that's half a damn year, dude. And then, you know, usually if I had something that was ongoing for this long, I'd be still thinking like, again, like it hasn't even hit a year yet, you know? But these are my nuts we're talking about, damn it. It's just such a damn shame that I literally am going to have to pay $200 literally just because I walked into a hospital and told a doctor about my nuts. Why am I gonna have to pay the $200 because my health card is expired? So if this goes to teach you anything, is I guess keep your health card up to date. But the thing that I don't get is when I went in January, I didn't have to pay Shisa. I told all of them too, like my card is expired as hell. Like am I gonna have to pay for something? They all told me you're probably gonna be good, like you're a Canadian citizen, you were born here, like chances are you will be okay. That was the key word here, chances are. I waited for like a long time to receive that fat bill in the mail, and it just never came. It never came, so I thought, okay, maybe they had to go through all the people first, you know, send out all the mail. Maybe I'm just like so far down the list that I won't receive it until like 3 months from now. But no, apparently it's like pretty immediate. Like I'm thinking about it from like an outside perspective. Like I am going to have to pay $200 because I went in there, sat and spoke to someone about what the frick's been going on about my nuts. Don't worry, I'm gonna tell you guys too, and hopefully you guys can let me know in the comments. Maybe you guys, you know, been having something too. This Google kind of refuses to tell me jack shite. The doctors told me less than Google did. It's freaking worrisome, man. And again, like usually when something's going on with my body, I'm thinking I'll just let it heal out. But these are my nuts. It's not something I just want to like just risk. Just kind of like play it by ear, you know. And then the lady at the end, she's like, all right, it's gonna be like $1,500 if you end up staying. It's gonna be $200 if you want to leave right now. Like, boy, I haven't even been in here for like 20 minutes and I'm already gonna have to pay that's $100 per 10 minutes. $100 per 10 minutes. Divide that at 50 bucks per 5 minutes. $25 for 2.5 minutes. Like, god damn. It's just redonkulous. Like, that's $200 that could go to something way better, like a fingerboard. But really, seriously, like, come, you can't just like warn me? You know why? Like, $200 for what? For what? The lady put the thing around my arm, stuck a thing in my mouth. That costed me 200 bucks? It's some straight up malarkey, it's some bullarkey, it's some bullfarkey. So what is it that's going on with my nuts? What is it? Let me tell you. I've got like a weird damn ball on my nut. And I'm not talking the sack, okay? I'm talking my testicular. Okay, now I know to a lot of you that may sound worrisome. You're thinking, holy shit, like cancer? Like, could that be cancer? Like a tumor? You have a tumor growing? No, thankfully not, okay? Google told me that it was not, okay? Marshall, come on, you're really gonna rely on Google that hard? No, okay, because Google told me that it also could be because of a lack of blood flow going to there, so it's causing some sort of buildup there, what the frick ever, okay? Marshall, again, Google told you this? No, the doctor told me that thankfully it's not cancer. Did he tell me that it could be because of a lack of blood flow? No, he did not. Literally, Google told me more than these pricks did, and I got touched up by 3 damn doctors. 3 damn doctors touched up on my nuts, my little giblies. At first it just kind of started off as pain in my left nut, damn it. And it was like that for like about a month, I'd say. And then in November, I remember I was on my couch right here. I'm watching, I don't remember what I was watching, but I was watching something and my left ball was just acting up. Like, it's not even like, I guess that time it was pain, but like, it's just like such an uncomfortable, like extreme feeling that like, I wouldn't consider it pain, but like it's borderlining there, dude. And my ball's hurting hard. My hands were freezing cold, so I just went to like cup my nuts so that, you know, the cold would like kind of numb the pain down. And that's when I felt it. That's when I felt that little damn ball on my ball that was building. That moment was so freaking scary. It was really damn scary, and I was like, damn, I gotta go to the hospital for this now, you know, like just in case. The day after, I was like, you know what, maybe I'll wait it out. Let me do some Google searches. Maybe this is something regular. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting told on Google, you know, like chances are you're good, you know, whatever. But like, dude, it's been this long now, and it feels like it's just like starting to spread, because after I went to the hospital in January, like about a week or so later, it started feeling like I had like a balloon like right under my abdomen, you know? And I really feel like my balls being all strange is like a red herring, you know? It's like, that's not actually the problem. You're supposed to look at something else. That's really what I freaking fear it is. And I still kind of feel that weird ball under my abdomen, dude. What the? Oh my god. So yeah, it was my left ball hurting, okay? The right ball was never really affected, although there are times where like the threads of my ball, you know, my wires and whatnot, like they just kind of get thickened up. You know, like when you, so like at regular, when my nuts are regular, it's a chia seed dry, okay? And then when it's all like weirdly and inflamed, it's like a chia seed wet, you know? Like it's like you can feel like that hard middle, but there's also just kind of like that goo around it. And then after a while, it just goes away. But the left ball always has the piece on top. And I guess let me just keep going. So yeah, my left ball, okay, at first it was just that painting up, sometimes the right one. I went to the hospital in January. They felt up, 3 damn doctors touched up on my damn nuts. Then about a week or so after the hospital, okay, keep in mind when I went to the hospital, I got nothing in the end. All I got out of the end was just touched up by 3 different doctors. They didn't give me any sort of like medicine or like a deflammation kind of thing. They told me they were gonna give me a call so that they could have like a schedule with somebody else that could then like give me a proper analysis, but that call never came. So a week after the hospital, that's when I started getting that weird ball, okay? And it felt pretty damn big at first, and I was poking it, and it felt like, you know, like a dog toy or like a dryer sheet ball, how they have like the spikes. That's kind of what it felt like in me. It felt like I was poking around and it felt like I just had like a weird like spiky ball in my shite. Now I say that and that sounds like alarming because you're probably imagining like actually like the same height of spikes that a dryer sheet ball would have, or like a dog toy ball. But no, that's just kind of like what my head sees. That's not quite actually how it feels, but like when I'm touching it, my head feels like there's like a weird ball in there that's just kind of like these spikes, you know? Whenever I touch those spikes, it hurts. So testicle has a weird lump on it, okay? Next up, ball in my stomach. Third up, okay? That doesn't end now. This is recent. This is within the last month. I realized that whenever my right leg falls asleep, my right testicle falls asleep as well. That's right. I get the static feeling in my nuts, and that's something I've never felt before. And it's not like sometimes when my right leg falls asleep, it's like every damn time, you know? So like that kind of, I'm just making the connection now the same way that I said that there could be like a lack of blood flow going to my nuts. Whenever something falls asleep, whenever you get that static, it's because there is like a lack of blood flow going there. So now that my ball is getting that same static feeling, then it kind of just is connecting all the dots now. Please, people, if you know what I'm talking about, if you've experienced this, I don't know, tell me what the hell it is. Herpes, HIV, whatever the monkey one is. But the thing is that I know it's not those. I know it's not those because I've done my Google searches and I found out like this, you know, the symptoms to them and whatnot. Prostate cancer. Like nothing that I've looked up is kind of telling me what nothing is pointing me in that direction. That direction being what I have going on with my gnards. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you know how my testicle has the lump on top? Yeah, it's starting to get it on the bottom too. So there's that. And now I'm gonna have to pay $200 because I just spoke to a doctor about what's going on with my nuts, and then I walked out of there, and that's $200. But Marshall, you should have just renewed your health card. Why didn't you just renew your health card? Because I cannot. I literally cannot. I've tried several times since I've been down here, okay? Because I lived in Ontario, now I live in Quebec, but not forever, okay? I returned in May, and this was purely just a fun endeavor that I wanted to do. But like now that I've got this weird damn nut problem, it's like I need my health card now. Well, Marshall, you should have just paid for it. Well, what if I try? Listen, so all the health service stuff, the place that they do all that here is called RAMQ. In Ontario, it's Service Ontario. So I call RAMQ and I tell them my situation, what's going on with me, and they tell me, okay, listen, you gotta call Service Ontario. I call Service Ontario, tell them this and that. They're like, okay, listen, you gotta call RAMQ. I call RAMQ again, telling them that Service Ontario told me to call them, and they're like, sorry, you gotta call Service Ontario. Service Ontario told me that there's only 2 ways that I can renew my health card, online or in person, okay? I don't return to Ontario until May, which at this point isn't even that far away, but keep in mind, this is January we're talking about, okay? January and May are pretty far apart when you think about it. In May, you know, trees are starting to blossom, whatnot. January, it's all snowy, wetty. So like, it's just boiled down to this, like, do I just wait until May? Which obviously is what I'm going to have to do, but like, what other symptoms are going to arise of this? Because again, at first, it was just my little ball on top of my testy, and then it moved to that bigger ball underneath my abdomen, and now my right nut freaking gets static when my leg falls asleep. So what's the next thing? Seriously, help me out, people. If this sounds familiar at all or whatever, just comment it down below. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's like, Marshall, you shouldn't have said this online because you have blank. At least me making this video, hopefully getting a response from you guys, will give me more than Google will have, and it will give me more than what the doctors have given me. 3 doctors touched my balls. So what can I do from here? Not a whole lot. Wait until May for when I return to Ontario, get a new health card, and then go to a walk-in clinic there. Mind you, there are like no walk-in clinics here where I live. Quite literally, like damn none. I've looked all around, I've asked all around, I've called all around. It just doesn't seem like it's a thing here. It's either you have your family doctor or you go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital. And I go to the hospital and she's like, if you want help, that's gonna be $1,500. Okay? No, you don't want that? You don't want to pay $1,500? You want to leave? Okay, pay $200. If I don't want to pay the $200, what? I stay in the hospital? That's so, oh my god, stupid. That's stupid. But whatever though, okay? Because at the end of the day, Marshall Acosta, Canada's biggest YouTube channel in Canada, sitting at 828 subscribers at the moment of this recording. Add this video to your watch laters. Dislike this video since YouTube does not want to show you dislikes anymore because James Charles' feelings got hurt because of the dislike button. At 10,000 subscribers, I'm smoking a cigarette. Yeah, that's right, you heard that right. Probably not really health conscious of me to smoke a cigarette while I've got this weird ball problem. Imagine I smoke 1 cigarette and then I end up just like having cancer. Man, that would suck. And to think that that's really happened out there to people, they smoked 1 cancer. What? They smoked 1 cigarette and got cancer from that. That would suck so bad. But anyways, okay, at 10,000 subscribers, I'm smoking a cigarette, okay? But at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to read off every subscriber I have. Okay, so lock it in now because I'm not doing it again after this. And tell your friends about me. Bye.